Many New Yorkers plan to de-stress this summer as a way to get healthier and happier, but researchers are finding that relaxing is not that easy. Dr. Kumar is on call to tell us more and how to really get the R&R that you're looking for. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
How big of an issue is stress in the United States?
I mean, nearly half of all U.S. adults report being chronically stressed. So 50% of us are walking around feeling incredibly stressed. And what that means is that our cortisol levels are sky high, and then that further translates to the medical problems that come with chronic stress, like cardiovascular disease, high blood pressure, depression, insomnia, anxiety, obesity, and then finally, people who are chronically stressed tend to have worse habits. They're not exercising as much. They even have increased risk of being smokers.
Why is it so hard for people to relax?
You know, the brain doesn't like being forced to relax. The brain does not like forced relaxation. And you can imagine when you're chronically stressed, there are parts of your brain that are just revved up. So when people often schedule time to relax, there's a paradoxical reaction that occurs where people can actually feel more anxious, more worried, and even more stressed. And experts have called this state being stress laxed. It's actually a term that they use, stress laxed. And about 30 to 50% of people actually experience this when they schedule time of the day to just relax.
What are some things people can do to really relax?
Yeah, so first off, exercise, exercise, exercise. See, the great thing about exercise is you're counteracting those stress hormones in your brain, and you're naturally releasing endorphins, and these are those hormones that make you feel happy and relaxed and high energy. The second thing is be very conscious about the alcohol you're consuming. A lot of people think coming home, having a drink or two will really relax them. And while it may work in the short term, long-term studies have shown that this actually causes an increase in stress, anxiety, and even difficulty sleeping. And then finally, the best way to de-stress is find a hobby. It doesn't matter what the hobby is. It could be something athletic, it could be sewing, it could be reading. Whatever that hobby is, hobbies are very special because what they do is they allow us to get into flow states. And a flow state is when you find yourself completely immersed in an activity. You lose concept of time and space, and I'm sure you've experienced that too, where you're doing your hobby and the next thing you know is, wow, 2 hours went by and I didn't even realize it. The other thing that's impressive about flow states is also you kind of lose your sense of self. There's parts of your brain that actually tone down. So when you do that, your troubles seem to kind of melt away.
Dr. Nidhi Kumar, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.